Welcome to WNL Sports Weekly. I'm Jeremy Franklin. This week we'll speak with swimming coach Kami Gardner, men's basketball captain Clayton Murtha, and women's basketball captain Emma Redding. But first, a quick look back at the weekend in Washington and Lee athletics. Men's basketball lost in the Battle of ODAC unbeatens, falling 84-75 on the road against Randolph-Macon, while women's basketball picked up a 76-58 victory at Randolph. Wrestling split a pair of matches in Baltimore, falling to Centennial Conference rival Johns Hopkins while defeating Penn College. And in home action, men's and women's swimming both downed VMI. With me here in the studio is swimming coach Kami Gardner. Kami, welcome back to the show.
Thanks very much, Jeremy.
Both the men's and women's teams are 4-1 in dual meets this year. You've won the ODAC relays and your home invitational. You also finished second behind a Division I program at Franklin and Marshall. How would you assess the team's performances so far this season?
We're really happy with how they've performed. Every time they've been challenged, they've gotten up and raced. They're swimming smarter, they're swimming faster. We're really looking forward to the end of this semester.
On the women's side, you're coming off a 7th place performance at the Division III meet from last season. Does that kind of success put more pressure on the team in 2018?
I don't think it puts more pressure on the team at all. I mean, the fact is we lost 2 All-Americans in Emily Rollo and Elizabeth Holmes from that team. And, we feel like we've filled those gaps with our incoming class. But I think it certainly gives them an idea of what they're capable of. It certainly sets the bar very high, and every day they're striving to reach that bar.
There are only 2 events left on the regular season schedule. Between those dual meets against Randolph and St. Mary's, as well as your training regimen, how important are the next few weeks as you get set for the ODAC championship?
I think it's very important. Every swimmer is going to get the opportunity to swim their championship events in one of the 2 meets left. And it gives them an opportunity to hone their skills, to really focus on the details and the little things, make a few adjustments in their racing plan and their strokes before we head into, well, we're kind of in taper right now, but before we head into the heart of taper and really focus on that ODAC championship.
What are the Generals' goals for the upcoming postseason?
Well, hopefully we'll be at the national meet again this year. I think we have a great opportunity to continue to send women's relays and several individuals from the team. I think the men are going to step up and send a couple individuals, and I think they have a great chance at sending relays this year as well.
Kami, thanks for joining us. Good luck the rest of the way.
Thank you very much.
Here with me now is Emma Redding, senior basketball captain from Allentown, Pennsylvania. Emma, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me.
The Generals are currently 10-5 on the season. You entered this week tied for 2nd in the ODAC. How have the Generals been able to battle through some injury problems to pick up some wins?
Yeah, so unfortunately last season, kind of the story of our season was injuries as well. So starting the season with some, big injuries was definitely disappointing. But this year I think we were better able to recognize the depth of our bench and kind of put those injuries aside and realize that every game we went into, we were still fully capable of winning despite, maybe who wasn't in this game and in the next game. So I think we were definitely better at being positive in that, which was able to have us get some more wins.
You've had some very productive games as of late. You had 23 points, a new career high in a game at Bridgewater last week. How have you been able to get more involved in the offense over the last few weeks? Yeah,
I think noting the depth of our bench comes with a real diversity in scoring options, and in that when we have shooters hitting from the outside, that's really been opening up the paint a lot for me. And with some really good assists from Emily Perzik and Aylin Kelly, it's really been just a matter of me finishing a pretty easy layup for the most part.
The ODAC seems to be very deep and very balanced this season. How difficult is it to navigate the conference schedule when there is so much parity?
Yeah, the ODAC's wide open this year. Pretty much every week you see an upset so-and-so. So going into every game, we pretty much have to play it like we could be playing the potential champion at the end. So keeping that in mind, just taking it one game at a time has really been our goal.
What are the Generals' expectations for the last few weeks of the regular season?
I think we're fully capable of winning out. I don't think I see a team on our schedule for the rest of the year that we're not capable of beating. It's just going to be a matter of showing up every game and doing so.
Emma, thanks for joining us. Good luck with the rest of the year.
Thank you.
I'm joined now by Clayton Murtha, senior basketball captain from Dallas. Clayton, welcome to the show.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
The Generals are coming off their first ODAC loss of the season at Randolph-Macon, but you're still 10-5 overall, 5-1 in the league. Why have things been clicking so well in the first year for your new head coach?
Yeah, I think the style of play has completely changed, a lot quicker, up and down. He's kind of allowed us to play more freely, which I think has been a big help, just letting us kind of do what we do best. Kind of the faster pace has also allowed kind of spread the floor out a little more. We've got shooters all around, myself or Roy or somebody else can get inside whenever. So it's just been very freeing and kind of letting us kind of get at the ball and go and just play. So it's been a great change.
You're currently leading the ODAC in scoring. How have you fit into this new offense?
Yeah, kind of similar to what I was saying. It's really just the style of play that has really helped. When you got guys like Devin, who's leading the ODAC, or at least was leading the ODAC early in the season in assists. You got Roy, who can kind of do it all. Alex, who will do anything that you need, and Nick, who's a great shooter, along with Alex. And you've got those guys on the outside. Me on the inside really spreads the floor out well. A lot of teams kind of have sent maybe double teams or kind of loaded the ball more, but when you've got those guys, it spreads it out so much more and kind of keeps the floor open.
The team that beat you over the weekend, Randolph-Macon, is also undefeated in the conference. What can you learn from that setback?
Yeah, they're a really good team. And going on the road to any place in the ODAC is a tough game. But we were just we were talking right before we went on camera, and just kind of being in that game and not playing our best and not getting things going our way when they did really play well was a big encourager for us. We'll get to see them again, which will be great. But the ODAC's a tough league. Top to bottom, every team's competitive. Every team can beat you. You got to be ready for it. And it was good to just kind of be in that environment where it's two undefeated ODAC teams playing each other and kind of get a feel for that, learn from that one, and we'll get it again next time.
There's exactly 1 month remaining in the regular season. What are the team's goals over the next few weeks as you try to keep building up toward the conference tournament?
Yeah, it's get better every day. In practice, through games, we just want to keep building on what we have established so far. One of the big things over the course of my career is we've kind of had these long stretches of times when we've gone on losing streaks, and just really getting rid of those and just kind of, even though we did drop one on Saturday, we're going to play even better today because of it. And so just getting better every day, kind of going into the ODAC tournament, putting ourselves in the best position possible once we get there, and then winning the ODAC championship. So we're excited about it, ready to go, and kind of take it each day by day.
Clayton, thanks for joining us. Best of luck with the rest of the season.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
It's time now for a look at the upcoming weekend. Men's and women's track and field head across town to compete at VMI's Keynet Invitational. Wrestling returns to Johns Hopkins for Centennial Conference matches against Muhlenberg and Ursinus. Men's and women's swimming play host to ODAC foe Randolph. Women's basketball takes on Hollins at the Water Center, and men's hoops hits the road to face Hampton-Sydney. For WNL Sports Weekly, I'm Jeremy Franklin. Thanks for watching.